What's up, everybody? Welcome back to an episode of BoomJamGaming with Stranded Deep. Um, I don't know what happened in the last episode. It cut short, and I didn't notice. But, it was whatever. I have so much to say. Nothing spoilery, of course. You guys know I don't spoils. But, Wakanda forever. Wakanda forever, Wakanda forever. Just wow. It was amazing. I wasn't sure how they were going to honor the legacy of Chadwick, deal with his death, and give a tasteful end to T'Challa. Whether it was going to be totally off-screen or if it was going to be... I was hoping not for some CGI fight to start the movie with or something like that, because I felt like that would have been disrespectful. They found a way to do it, and it's a way that I feel could be explored more in the future, because it's not about how he died. It's about everyone else coming to grips with it, and that's something. That is something. Because, they had to think of something, and the fact of the matter is the how isn't important. Oh my god, it's actually kind of one of the themes. It's not the how as much as the why, the reasons for things. And the death is handled as best as could be handled, and the movie is about them dealing with that death. And then, of course, the other plot. And the interesting thing about this film is it was less a superhero film and definitely a comic film, but it was a comic film that was more like a war movie, in a way, We got a trailer for the next Ant-Man film. Ah, shit, I didn't even catch the title. I was so, lost in thought about it. The ramifications. Because the next Ant-Man film also doesn't look like a superhero movie. It looks like a sci-fi adventure film. Like a crazy, 1950s adventure film with superheroes in it. Which I think the MCU is kind of doing its best work when it does stuff like that. Captain America, as a series, the first one was a World War II era, anti-Nazi... Well, not even anti-Nazis. That's not the right way to put it. It was a World War II era boosting, morale-boosting propaganda film with a superhero in it. Which feels correct. And then Captain America 2 was a spy film, a Cold War era spy film with a superhero in it. And Captain America 3, while it was closer to being more of a, more of a superhero film, it was like a drama, it was Avengers 2.5, but it was like a drama more than just a superhero film. But this was good. This was good. I think they made every right decision they could have made. From a perspective of, raw sound design and, stuff. It's something you just gotta see. It's something you gotta see. Can't recommend it enough. Alright, where the hell's... There it is. Okay, so as you can see, I've got my raft a little bigger and better. Take care of the boar. Right. Came to this island for resources. It's a big island, and there's a lot here. So let's go see what we've already got stowed away. Okay, this was empty. Okay. We have the ability to take 3 more tree trunks with us. Or I can try and get this big. I don't want to throw the spear. I don't want to risk my spear. Because, like, I already killed one of the big ones. And it's not so much that I want to kill a baby animal. It's just that I need stuff. Okay. Let's give this.
Oh, gross.
A leather. Another leather. I feel like it's 2 leathers and a meat on a little tiny one. Oh, it's 2 leathers and 2 meats. Okay. Alright. And now we shall. Reasonably sure that's home base. Yeah, so Wakanda forever. Really good. quite a lot out of that island. Oh, now I remember what I was doing. So, we have all this. Let me go back to that island, because now I remember what I was doing. I was trying to build some stairs to see if I could get up there. So I can find out more about what's on the rocky outcrops. Out of fuel. Shit. Alright. So the yucca tree is still growing. So, we're gonna see. Oh, I didn't know that. Okay, now we know that leaves can also be used for this. Alright. Okay. Big swigs of water. Alright. Doing good on that front. Let's see. We're gonna see if leather goes in stacks of 4 or higher. Not that I remember where we were keeping the leather. Okay, so 4. Just like a lot of things. thought. Okay. Not good enough. Still check our tower foundations require planks. That's what I was lacking. Planks. So I do need to bring over more trees to cut down. I forgot that I was cooking. Actually, what I should do is take food to the ship. So that will be medium meat, sure. But yeah, if I take the meat over to where? The island with the ship behind it. That's the one. If I take it over there. Oh, and yeah, sharks can't bump you off the bigger raft. So we're actually really safe now. When traveling. At least as far as I know. I'm not sure what exists beyond. Motherfucking crab. Now we get more water as well. Once we have all the resources of the rescue ship, it'll just be a matter of time finding the plane parts. God only knows where they are. Random drops in loot. So let's do that. Oh, right. The large meat. Because we can load it up with coconuts and the meat we just cooked, and I think we'll have all of the food that we need for our supposed journey. I don't know if those containers are refrigerated or something, but we can just put like any food, apparently. And since we collected a shit ton of coconuts, go back there because that's where I have a whole bunch of stuff waiting to be turned into big stairs, because I really want to know what's on top. I really want to know what's up there. There was an interesting tip that I had received about putting the rudder on the front of the ship and guiding it that way. And on a bigger ship, apparently, it's a little more feasible. And like maybe, but And another thing on bigger rafts was to have sails pointing in each of the cardinal directions, like so. So that way you could steer by just unfurling a sail in the direction you wanted to go. As you can see, I've got 3 of our crates loaded up here. One of them is loaded with vehicle parts, actually. Vehicle fuel part, vehicle filter part, vehicle electrical part. So probably we want to take those to the plane too. And the plane is again on that huge shipwreck. So one of them seaplanes. So it's got the little it's got the things that let it land on the water and take off from the water. And I'm just over here like this guy even know how to operate that?
Your brother says to make sure we put on a spoilers tag.
Oh yeah, well I haven't said anything that has spoilers in it yet.
Yeah, no, Jazz just called me and she wants to see it, and I was trying to tell her some stuff without, like, spoiling it, but also, like, preparing her for the trauma.
Hello.
Hi. Did you destroy the blinds? Did you destroy the blinds?
He did, he destroyed the blinds.
So what I think happened is he probably got stuck, and he panicked.
Yeah.
Because gremlin.
So there's a shark nearby, but we are safe in this boat.
I answer the phone and I literally go, "Hi, how are you? I'm traumatized." And she goes, "Oh no, you should have just seen the Wakanda Forever thing."
Yeah.
I was like, she goes, "Was it Wakanda?" And I was like, "Yes."
Yeah, the way that they dealt with themes of grief was very...
On the nose?
was very... what's the word? Very relevant to our personal experiences.
Yeah, definitely.
Like... So it's tough.
Yeah, no. And it's like, I remember how I used to see characters dealing with grief in media. And was always just like, I'm just gonna bottle that up inside and just not deal with that. Because, like, at some point that's gonna happen to me, and, like, I just don't want to deal with it. I remember being a teenager, and I didn't go to some, like, random cousin's funeral and, like, getting into a fight with some family members about it. And, like, somebody saying something to the effect of, like, well, what are you going to do when your mother dies? I'm like, well, I'm going to hide away for the rest of my life and not deal with it, or I'm going to slit my throat. So.
She hasn't done either of those things, by the way. She's cried a lot.
Yeah, no, I cry a lot in general. But.
That much is true. But, like, she's been dealing with the grief of that for a bit, and it's just...
But I understand oh, you died, and I'm sad, and I don't want to deal with it, so I'm just gonna work. I'm just gonna work non-stop, and just never deal with my grief.
Yeah. Sherry's experience with T'Challa's death was very similar in terms of emotions and responses to her mother's death, and was actually quite different than how I reacted to my grandparents dying.
And your brother and I have actually talked at length about that, and how Josh watched me go through everything that he went through. And the idea of how grief affected you differently, being the oldest and being the one expected to do and to take on the heavy burdens, and to watch you shoulder those heavy burdens and pretend like they weren't the burdens that they were to you. And me watching my brother go through that.
I think he and I have different memories of how I handled it. He's given me a lot of credit that I don't think I deserve. I was just not okay.
But seeing, like us seeing our older siblings be told that they have to grieve a certain way, or everyone is expecting them to act in a certain way because that's how it should. And when somebody's telling you how your grief should be, it's definitely not a healthy situation.
Yeah.
Whereas we were much less shouldered with responsibility for everything. You know, even with the celebration of life that never came to fruition. As much as I tried to be involved, Aaron felt that it was something he needed to do. And let that almost consume him.
I forgot that never happened. Just one day you stopped talking about the planning, and then I guess as time passed, my brain was just like...
We had too much other emotional shit going on at the time.
Yeah.
And to come to the conclusion that, you know what? Our mother left us this money so that we would not have to ask people who have decided that they hate us for no reason for anything. So why should we waste, fucking 10 grand on a party
For these people.
for these people who couldn't even be bothered to help when she was alive?
Yeah. Alright, that was the water bit. Where's the food bit? Okay, this must be the food bit. Alright, let's do it. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, wait, I get it. Okay. I see what's happening here.
Oh, coconut.
They are not currently food.
They're not here yet.
They're about food. So, I'm going to... I don't know why I picked them up. Oops. I know I picked them up now. It's a lot of coconut. I meant to drink them first. So. Alright. Cool, okay, so I guess I'll keep the rest of these on me. I'll have coconuts. Repair plane. Alright, let's see if any of the vehicle parts I have are for this plane. Okay, fuel, which we don't have. An engine and a propeller, which we don't have. A rudder propeller. A rudder pedal, which we don't have. So, let's see what we got. No, wrong. Alright, box.
I've just been carrying this box around in my tool belt.
Okay. So, let's see what we have in vehicles. I'm not craftsman level 6 yet. Okay, so we're gonna pick that up. But we got water, and we got water almost completely stocked, and we got food completely stocked. So that's an accomplishment. That is good. But now I see that the plane requires specific parts. I can't just try and give parts that I have. Those parts go to something else. Unless they don't. But I would know because I'm not craftsman level 6 yet. Okay. But now my plan is to sail back home. Strip some of that island on the way. Start.
The Trump.
But yeah, so Wakanda Forever, pretty incredible. Love what they did with Namor in terms of his story and his design, especially. I don't know if I've talked about it before on the channel, but I don't like Namor's design. I think he looks stupid. His costume is dumb and weird, and, like, he looks weird and foolish. In my opinion. Wait, am I going the right way? No, I'm headed for that island. That island's got a giant mast near it, so that's gotta be where we came from. I hope. What a time to get lost, right? Not like I don't have food and water, like I have the ability to sustain myself for now, but I'd sure like to get back to my island where I have all my stuff.
I just want to meet Patrick Warburton, man.
I don't know. Well, it's in April, so maybe we can save some money.
I know, I'm just like...
That means you really gotta not spend.
Means I like actually need to do shit I'm supposed to do.
Correct. There's a shark nearby, but guess what? Can't hurt me. Can't hurt me, shark. I'm on a raft. Built this raft with my own 2 feet. And also my hands. All 4 appendages. Yes, a pretty disorder of blinds. And a fit of anxiety, I guess. He keeps crawling back there where he ought not. And,
Because he can see out into the parking lot and see when we get home.
yeah.
Like, he can see where our cars are usually parked.
Yeah.
And he's just, like, is a ball of anxiety.
Really is.
Funny, he would end up my dog.
Right. Okay, so there's our island over there. You can tell because it doesn't have as many trees. Don't know how that happened.
But he also... So, like, he'll get separation anxiety, even though there's 2 other dogs in the house and another person.
Yeah, there's always someone home.
Like, he's never home alone.
But he acts as if he is.
So he went and sat on the windowsill, and then proceeded to, I'm guessing, get stuck in the blinds and have a panic attack. He ripped the blinds. But I was like, you know, I'm happy that we made peace with the fact that we weren't getting our security deposit back when we moved in.
Yeah, we knew that living here with 3 dogs, we weren't going to get that deposit back. I know. Okay, so let's go ahead and these coconuts in. Don't really need them. Okay, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 slots. So that's 5 logs, which we can turn into planks. Then it's chopping down at least 2 trees. Try to figure out if this is the island I built the initial raft on. Doesn't appear that way, but we may as well also double check these shipwrecks now that we're out here. Ain't gonna be no trouble if you don't make no trouble. You understand me? Crab. There's one there. There's one over there. Go check that one. And if it's anything we can use to make a raft base, instead of making the raft larger for now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take out one of the sections that's made of sticks and, like, replace it with the better. Unless this is, of course, where we got the tires, which...
I was going to say, I remember you...
Yeah, this is where we got the tires. Okay, we're good. Thought that was clay. I was excited for a second. A new A dating online. A for adult. New A dating online. Hell yes. Is that like a game? Can we try it?
It's just what they want.
It is. It is indeed.
So Dad says we'll probably rain check. Because we've
Been through a lot.
been through a lot, and like she's tired because she had to drive to the site.
Yeah.
That stuff. I was on the phone with her right now while she was driving back, and like that was its own nightmare. Which is another reason she wanted me to be on the phone with her. Yeah.
Dang.
And I'll tell you some of the other stuff when we're done.
Yes.
Because as we do share quite a bit, we don't share everything.
And we certainly don't share other people's business.
Yeah, no.
Which I think I caught a small amount of. Like I could hear you, because I'm not deaf, talking outside.
Oh, I was talking to Josh. But I was pacing back and forth.
Yeah, but like you were talking to Jazz, because I heard her voice too. Like, what?
Yeah, no, I'm sitting here going, ugh, I want milk. I just have to, like... I'm really happy that my feet don't hurt. Like, from the boots. Like, some of my other heeled boots, like, just from wearing them, even, like... just like that, going to the movies, they would, like, hurt my feet. And these didn't.
That's good.
Which means I'm gonna have to buy another pair of these boots before they go out of season.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna wear these into the ground.
I mean, considering how little you paid for them, yeah, that's...
Now I'm scared.
Even so... Shoes are one of those things that, like, still maintain the more you pay for them, higher quality they are. Deal that we all thought we were making with capitalism. So I've got all of that, some palm fronds. And away we go. Hey, Bubba's. So yeah. Back to our island, which has been deforested in a lot of ways. The one thing I keep not checking is if you can make chests in this game. I guess I'm not checking because I'm afraid the answer is no. Like... Because chests are incredibly valuable. Like, they'd be worth the trees you'd have to destroy. Another thing about Wakanda Forever is all of the performances were amazing. And as an actor myself, I also, I wondered, I was like, I wonder how much of their genuine emotion and sadness they put into all of it. And, like, it almost makes it harder, because then you have to remember your lines through grief. Very impressive. Fucking sharks. I forgot to extinguish that fire before I left. The moon is full every night. Am I in hell? Found some more pee-pee fruit too. Which is good for us. Cool, thank you. It's fun to take the edge off. Yeah.
Oh, your therapist is in for a fun night tonight, isn't she?
Yeah.
Send her. I had done that to my therapist before, just like sent her a message and been like, alright, this is the shit show you're walking into.
Nah. We raw dog it. We just go in. Alright, now I need planks, even though a big part of me wants to just, like, make them sticks. Okay. Part of me thinks it's bullshit that a whole tree trunk is only turnable, like, only becomes a single plank, but, you know, whatever, I guess. It's fine. I don't care. I don't care. What do I care? It sounds like you care. I wish, would you do me a small favor, though? Would you look up?
I was like, if it involves me standing up again,
I was gonna say, would you look up if bats if you can make chests in this game? I think the answer is no, but Stranded Deep. I was like, I sure am hungry. Right, I sort of, I kind of put all of my food into the airplane. I need to make sure I have food. So now I've got a bunch of cooked meat and already split open coconuts, which should have some longevity. No way that'll go bad. Like I said, I'm wondering if those chests are like freezers that are somehow solar powered. What a world that would be, right? Wakanda, whatever. I'm just gonna say that randomly from time to time. As long as something cool happens. Something worthy of Wakanda. Again, great movie. Same glorious score as the first movie, with of course new additions and new elements to it, due to the nature of the plot, the conflict. All good choices.
costume design.
Costume design. Like, Namor just looks better, like I was saying earlier. Namor looks so much better. Oh, okay, so there is sleep. Okay, good to know.
So let's talk about costume design for a minute.
The Wakandans all looked amazing as per usual.
I want to talk about their morning outfits a little bit.
Yes.
The all white, like, actual funeral attire was definitely a really nice choice.
And I learned something by seeing that. I didn't know. The only culture I knew of for sure that did cultural mourning clothes all in white were the Chinese and the Japanese. I didn't know that. I didn't know
that it was a part of the African traditional religions. I need to have you read a book that's in the bedroom. It's like one of my magic books, because like you'll learn a lot. It's an amazing book because it's extremely controversial in like the metaphysical community, because it is a book written around hoodoo, which is, very much a southern practice, but it was also like the religion of the slaves. And the book was written by a white woman, but she was brought up in the culture and in knowing everything.
Yeah.
And she shows a great deal of respect to traditions and to
Yeah, 'cause she was brought up in that.
and to like who they are. Like there's like an entire couple chapters, like really thick chapter in the book on who are the ambiguous ancestors, and also like those who are considered to be ancestors to us all. People like Harriet Tubman. Like it's like most black people like that. Like it's like if you're doing hoodoo and you like don't know who like a lot of your ancestors are, you can put a picture of Harriet Tubman like on your altar because like of who she was and like her connection. It's like those are the ancestors overall.
Yeah.
Like people like that. Talked about the Gullah people, you know, things like that, and they talk a lot about. Towards the end of the book, they talk a lot about grief and like what the process was and how everything went through in tradition. Like that's a book that you should read. You'll find it pretty interesting.
Just
definitely, even just in their outfits, and I can't wait. There's a YouTube channel that I come across every now and then that talks about the iconography and the meaning behind fashion in media. And I really, really hope that they do a video on this. I don't even know if they've done one.
For the first one?
Yeah, so I'll have to.
I like they should, because like in Black Panther, in seeing Wakanda as a culture, we see how they've like integrated their technology with these traditional fashions. Like you have these, you know, you have the River Tribe who have their blue cloaks that are also force field generators. You have, of course, the fact that they use spears that are also sonic cannons, but are, you know, still indestructible spears. Like,
I did like the anger over the daggers versus the spear.
yeah. And, like, not to knock on the spear or anything, but, like, coming from a culture that worships swords, like, Europeans love swords, but it was spears that won battles. Swords are great, but swords were a sidearm. We've glorified swords because swords are what you fought duels with, I think. Like, I'm almost positive it's a huge part of it. But, like, at the end of the day, it was spears that did the heavy lifting for that sort of warfare. And so to like see their soldiers have these like technologically advanced spears, and just the use of vibrant colors and everything. It's like their uniforms aren't made to blend into anything. Their uniforms are made to denote who they are.
I love the very scarab-esque like kind of design for like I won't say the names, but for the suit that the girls are wearing later.
Yeah, it is sort of a. I guess you could. Yeah, it is sort of scarab-esque, isn't it?
Yeah.
In a way. The new.
It's amazing that like we. It's like, hey, remember, Egypt is a part of Africa.
But we forget that Egypt is a part of Africa, probably because Egypt had so much to do with Rome, and that's also what made us think that Egypt was white people, even though, at best, they were light-skinned brown people, and that's like maybe generations upon generations of nobility not having to spend time in the sun.
That's why I still love that meme. It's like, hey, you know what the real miracle of the Bible would have been? If Jesus was white.
Yeah.
Nothing but desert for miles.
So we're about to find out if I have wasted my time. Because I want to know what's up there. I want to know what's up on those rocks. Like, my gut tells me there's got to be something. So I've collected all of this shit so that I can build stairs. This game don't let you get away with nothing.
Oh, there was also my quote at the end of the movie, which was great, and I think stands true, because the real villain will always be the colonizers.
Yeah. So there's the tiger shark. Or is it a black-tip reef shark? He's tried to pull me off the raft. See, that he can't. Like, he can't actually. We're now gonna swim as fast as fucking possible in this direction. I'm bleeding. Oh, I'm bleeding.
Oh no!
It is a good thing that I brought along materials that can make bandages. I'm glad I did that now. Bullshit, I ain't got enough sticks. There. Oh, it comes with a tower. Oh.
Ooh, I forgot about that quote. Forgot about that quote from the first movie. I can't say what it is because it gives it away. But like,
Oh, shit. Themes.
fucking themes, man.
The themes. Such good themes. Like, everything about the movie just came across so powerful. So...
And I think one of the things we have to look at in, like, viewing the movie is the reason these feelings are so real and touch us on such an emotional level is because they were made by people feeling the same emotions that we felt.
Yeah.
Because they lost somebody.
Yeah.
You know, and that's like, you know, the fact that, like, Chadwick Boseman was family to most of them.
Exactly. Like,
and
he's more than just an actor, you know. He's their friend.
And I think that's one of the things that people don't get when it comes, like, that when they say, like, oh, so are we going to recast, you know, Black Panther? Oh, well, this actor died, and, like, we recast, and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, one, most of the roles that you mentioned
are side roles.
Yeah,
like, I didn't even know that Thunderbolt Ross had died until I saw that they'd recast him, and I was like, wait, they recast him? What the fuck happened?
But, like, they also were like, oh, they made more, like, there's been other Jokers, and it's like, yeah, no, but, like, there was time. Like, the fact that It's Heath Ledger's Joker, followed up by Jared Leto's Joker being the next one.
Yeah.
Like, time passed. You're not gonna, like, recast this actor who just died. What the fuck? Did you get poisoned again?
No, I'm bleeding.
Why? Oh, because of the shark.
Yeah. I wanted to see what was up here, and now I don't actually know that I can get up there.
But, like, them feeling all of those same...
Holy shit, I did it.
Motherfucker feeling you were just gonna cheese it.
What's up here? Actually, it is very pretty. Hello. Really? No way.
But,
So, we could get up there. Alright, this would be a great place to build a house. Joking.
this isn't Conan, sir.
Yeah, there aren't any other players to steal my resources. How many goddamn nests are up here?
I mean, the birds are, like, flying back towards you right now. You saw how many there are.
It's true. Alright, now we just gotta safely...
Slide down. You can get it. Oh!
We'll go ahead and keep this here. I don't feel like breaking it down and taking all the shit back with me. I don't feel like even trying that.
Yeah, no. That, like, it's like the writers, the actors, the people involved had all of those same emotions. And that's why it comes through so genuine. And so...
And that was actually something I was just touching on while you were out of the room, was, as an actor, I wonder how much they drew on their own real emotions, and how much how bad that hurt.
But going back to the morning outfits of the Queen and Shuri, and, like, of course, like one, Angela Bassett is, like, the ambassador of the saying "Black don't crack," because she's absolutely gorgeous.
She does continue to be gorgeous.
But, like, her showing up as the Queen, even in mourning, because it's, like, the privateness, and then her, like, pulling herself together to be the leader of the nation.
Yeah.
And just to walk out and be like, nope, this doesn't bother me one bit. And to see her, like, basically literally carrying Shuri, who is completely covered and is just enveloped in her grief. It's also, like, in the outfits that they chose.
Yeah. It's a whole thing. I don't know which one of these is my island. I think it's that one.
For the most part, it was filmed in the U.S. in Georgia. Like, I saw a thing at the end that was like filmed at Tyler Perry Studios, and I was like, the fuck?
I'm not surprised you'd want to be involved. It's a big deal for the black community worldwide and in America. Like it's not just here. Like, some of the stuff was from the Black Panther premiere. Like in Lupita Nyong'o's home country. And it's like a point of national pride that he's in this film.
Yeah, no, like, was something like the ambassador or something that they were, like, interviewing because he was, like, gonna, like, go see the movie.
Yeah, because it's a huge deal. It's like, it's one of theirs in this huge Hollywood film that's about the African diaspora.
I don't even know what word you're trying to...
It's the term for, like, people of African descent being spread all over the globe.
I love that. I'm like, get out of here with your fucking colonizer words. Use real words.
The only colonizer word for people like you is something I can't say on recording.
Yeah,
I'm just joking. It's like, what does that mean? Oh, it's offensive. Don't worry about it.
Stupid.
It's like crazy offensive. It's offensive for me to even think it.
But yeah, no, so it was filmed mostly in Georgia, shots in Massachusetts, I mean, obviously.
It's MIT.
It's MIT. But they also shot in Puerto Rico.
That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. They weren't actually going to go to, like, Haiti.
Yeah, no, it's like, they're like,
Or try and, like, actually film in Africa. Which, like, okay.
Or Mexico.
Or Mexico. They could have filmed in Mexico.
But yeah, no, it is interesting. I was like, oh yeah, no, cool. It's like they didn't film most of it in Canada because, like, most of the outside shots don't need to be like these woodsy, crazy things because we're on the opposite end of the spectrum here.
Yeah. Hear that, Canada? You've been replaced.
So once again, Ryan Coogler had his hand in everything. Directing, screenplay by, who's co-written by him and Joe Robert Cole. Story by Ryan Coogler, based on Marvel Comics.
Cool. I mean, I trust him. I trust his judgment.
It's still, every time I hear the name Ryan Coogler, I think of that episode of Big Mouth. Like, when Missy goes to visit her older cousins and she's excited, like when her and Devon go off on their adventure to talk about being black and like all of that. And when she goes, when they're talking about code switching, and they're like, do you really think Ryan Coogler talks the same in a boardroom at Disney that he does in a barbecue in Oakland? Like really? Like, do you really think that's how it is? It's like Ryan Coogler is hella black. He be on the, what did she say? He be on the View, sounding black as hell, even Whoopi be confused. I love that it wasn't until like in my late teens that I realized Whoopi Goldberg shaved her fucking eyebrows off. And I'm like, what? Also, when they show, the first time they show Angela Bassett, and I think she, in the first movie, is wearing the longer white dreads as well.
Mm-hmm.
Or, like, they're, like, the white gray.
Yeah.
And the fact that when they show her this time, they're white. And just the way that she looks, I'm just like, oh, shit, you look so good.
She look great.
But it also makes me want to do my white braids. Storm cosplay.
Yeah. I mean, no one could blame me for that.
And then just, the other thing is like, oh wow, you're gonna hit me in like the ancestral trauma too. Like this is gonna take place from like where my great grandparents' family comes from. Okay. Fucking family from Yucatan, like.
Yeah, there was a lot happening. Oh wait, a vehicle fuel part. That's one of the things I have on the boat. So that's something I can, like, fucking get rid of if I'm off my boat. Whatever. I'll figure out. Yeah, so vehicle fuel, vehicle filter, and engine part, I think it said.
Yeah, no, Charlie goes, what are y'all gonna do? I go, we're gonna talk about the movie on stream. He goes, how dare you? This movie's only 3 days old.
Yeah, we'll talk about how much we like it. There's a difference, you know. Okay, where am I going next, then? What should I be focused on?
I mean, we've already talked about the biggest spoiler of the movie, which is, of course, T'Challa's death. Completely out of left field. Don't understand why they did it.
Yeah, crazy how that happens. Chadwick Boseman committed so hard to the part that I'm just joking.
God damn it.
Yeah. It's like, look, you started me on that path. You know who I am. So, if anyone takes offense at that, that's her fault. She's flipping me off, and you should be offended on my behalf that she would do such a thing. But an amazing, amazing movie altogether. An amazing experience to watch it. We went at a time that it shouldn't have been busy, and there was still more than a handful of people. So, like, you know, people coming to see this, like, it's a whole ass thing. I wish there was a way to make a bigger water still.
Oh, and also, if anyone is wondering, they do talk about the blip. The blip is mentioned.
Yeah, they do.
They talk about Thanos.
Yeah, they mentioned Thanos by name. So we're not over here pretending that Thanos doesn't exist.
It's like, wow. Like, yeah, no, like, we're still gonna talk about it because it's still a thing that happened.
Yeah. And it's good because, like, that's I think the strength of... Okay, there's a vehicle filter part. It's the strength in these as movies versus the stories as comic books.
That's, ooh, that's good. But again, it has a spoiler in it, so...
Damn. Well, I'll look at it after, I guess.
But, like, that's the one line that, like, can really be shared. Because at the end of the day, the Black Panther movies are a lot about the diversity of the Black experience.
Yeah, because a new character introduced is nothing like a character we've seen before. Like, they just have very different experiences. And, like, the thing about Black Panther is it was also about that. Because the Wakandan experience is not Killmonger's experience. Killmonger is the way he is because of his experience. And his experience is bad. Like, he doesn't...
I'm, like, happy that that's kind of, like, that's the tone that a lot of Michael B. Jordan media is taking on right now. And especially if you look at what Michael B. Jordan's, like, original launching point was. And that was the show Friday Night Lights.
About football.
Football.
And now he's the new Creed.
But, I've also, been seeing a lot, and I mean a lot, of thirst posts about Namor.
I mean, well, yeah, because he's a telenovela star who got in superhero shape.
Yeah, no, like, that's
and spends the entire movie shirtless. Like, yeah, of course there's going to be Namor thirst posts. And again, this Namor is a marked improvement over his appearance in the comics, where he looks like a fucking weirdie. Absolutely unappealing. No one could be attracted to comic book Namor.
Fucking Martin Freeman, though. Shout out to him in this movie. He's only in it for about 20 minutes.
Yeah.
He has, like, 20 minutes total screen time.
He helps.
He helps, but at the same time, he's just like, like
you guys are putting me in awkward positions.
Like, he spends his entire 20 minutes in the film stuck between a rock and a hard place.
Yeah. Yeah, he does not have it easy. Okay, it's gonna rain.
Oh, I forgot about that too. The old lady, the one that represents the River Tribe, she died too.
That's true.
And this is, like, that is her final credit.
Is her momentary appearance in the in that one scene.
Well, no, because she was there for the ceremony too.
That's right.
Yeah, no. So, like,
she does not appear,
and like she was talking to him about like they were there.
Yeah.
Like,
well, it's because we had this new lady with those crazy dreads, and I was like, she's occupying the part that old lady was occupying last time.
Yeah, and it's because when Shuri comes in,
yeah,
and all of the elders come to her, like, she's there. So it's probably one of those things where, because, like, when they're showing them in council, the older people are there, but the younger people are there too. So it's probably, at that point, they're the elders, and they're overseeing council.
For their successors.
Yeah, I was going to say, they're probably in the process of passing the torch down.
Yeah.
With, the fact that, a lot of Wakandans have died in the last,
5 years.
5 to 6 years.
What with the war?
You know, what with the king dying, his son taking over, his son dying, his nephew taking over, his nephew dying when his son comes back to life. There's been a lot of death in the royal family, and they probably figured, hey, we're all very old.
Probably a good idea
Because,
to.
like, from the original one, the only tribe that wasn't, like, headed by an elder
Was the Jabari
Jabari.
tribe, because they're all young and fit.
And, like, that's the thing, too, is you see M'Baku, he's standing there with those, like, few guys, and you realize he's the oldest guy standing there.
Yeah.
So, like, that's when you go, oh shit, even you are coming into this, like, I'm all about kicking ass and taking names, but, like, I'm getting a little old for that. And I just gotta make sure that, like, nobody comes for me yet.
Didn't realize how close to starving I was. Oh no.
Oh, okay.
I had too much.
Oh, son of a bitch, I didn't even realize that was him.
And I had diarrhea as a result. Oh shit, I'm dying.
The AI
Uh-huh.
is voiced by Trevor Noah. Who's the voice of Jonas?
That'd be Jarvis. Diarrhea. Guess I'm just gonna be living with that till I'm.
Jar Jar.
Wonder how long diarrhea lasts. But I swear, if I die to drinking coconuts, I'm a little pissed. Damn it, I already ate my potatoes. Yeah, I'm gonna die of dehydration while it's raining. That's astounding.
Oh, okay. It's just vision factor.
Yeah. To be fair, I got dehydrated twice. Or I got diarrhea twice. You were empty.
Well, no, it's not.
Okay. Cool, I almost died of eating coconuts.
Didn't you literally tell me yesterday that you found out you could eat too many coconuts?
Yeah, I didn't think that I was at that limit. Thought I was okay. I'm gonna take out my frustrations on this crab.
Oh, it's disgusting.
Shut up. There's nothing wrong with crab. Grab one of my fishing spears.
forgot that the king was played by Angela Bassett's actual husband, because he is also an actor.
Didn't know that. Okay.
So it is the same costume designer from the first movie, and I remember watching a video about her talking about some of the really specific things and like the color palettes and everything. The person.
Oh, it's disgusting.
But, yeah, Wakanda forever. Say it.
Oh, okay. So that kind of touches on the question we were asking in the car. When Ryan Coogler wrote and completed the first script, he didn't know that Chadwick was sick.
Had a feeling. Yeah, no, Chadwick kept it close to the chest. I don't think he wanted anyone to know.
Like, even talking about making the movie. And it wasn't until it got closer. And it was like, ah, shit.
Is that when he revealed he was sick?
Probably.
Like, did he reveal it? Is that what we're...
I think, yeah, so it's, where is it? Coogler discussed adapting elements of Boseman's more gung-ho T'Challa performance in the second episode of What If for the film. In August of 2020, Boseman died from colon cancer. Coogler stated that he had been unaware of Boseman's illness and had spent the last year preparing, imagining, and writing words for him to say in the film that weren't destined to be seen. And other executives at Marvel Studios were also unaware of Boseman's illness.
Well, he just kept it real close to the chest.
Was in the middle of writing the script and had already turned in a first draft. Executive producers said that a digital double of Boseman would not be created for the film, and that Marvel would be taking its time to work out what to do and how to move forward. And then it was shortly after that that everyone else was basically confirmed to be reprising their roles. Because, like, at that point, there was still people that they hadn't pulled back in yet. The fuck? Death Battle did Sauron versus the Lich King?
Yeah, makes sense to me. The Lich King is just Warcraft's fucking Sauron, so... You can hand me a cookie. cookies are right there.
No, it's because I was also looking for the milk.
Oh, okay.
And it was like...
I only asked for a cookie.
Is it wrong for me to assume that you would want milk too? No, Lucky eats chips all the way without me.
Me on occasion.
Here you got a Nabisco if you wanna do a fucking brand deal. Hit us up.
Yeah. I mean, we know you could use the extra advertising. Okay.
Okay. So it was ultimately due to scheduling conflicts with the filming of the movie Nope that kept him from reprising the role.
Makes a lot of sense. If you're a fool, you would pass up such an opportunity. I'm joking. Like, and look, now we have shade.
And then we circle back to the other thing we were saying. Because it says he added that Boseman had held together the first film. And now as the director, he was only trying to keep the film going. He was unable to reuse many of the elements he had planned for the film before Boseman's death. While incorporating and applying the themes that people who were hurting just as much as me could actually perform and execute and come out on the other side whole.
Therapy.
So that circles back to like what we touched on the them channeling their own grief.
Yeah. Because, like, there's no way not to at that point, you know? So cool, now my raft has a canopy. How fun is that?
I mean, I guess, but like, apparently there was some controversy around the fact that Ryan Coogler decided to still film in Georgia shortly after some...
No, the bill.
The Election Integrity Act.
Mm-hmm.
And most people were boycotting. He said he chose, and that's probably another reason they chose Tyler Perry Studios, because he was like, I cared more about the people
Working on the film than I did about Georgia and how much money they'd see from it.
Yeah. He instead planned to raise awareness of how to overturn the bill.
All right.
Nyong'o expressed excitement for Coogler's plan and how everyone involved was dedicated to continuing Boseman's legacy.
Hell yeah.
Later saying that Coogler had reshaped his ideas for the film to respect Boseman, which she felt was spiritually and emotionally correct to do.
Exactly. It's like, there was a debate amongst, you know, the fans and people involved and everything about whether we recast T'Challa and whether we don't. And I was on the side of it's more appropriate not to.
At least...
Like, not for the
not for 10 years.
No, like, not for the MCU. Like, you can't recast King T'Challa for the MCU. Like, period. Like, we can continue making stories in Wakanda. We can continue the legacy of the Black Panther in its own way. It just won't be T'Challa. And that's just because Chadwick Boseman was such a force to be reckoned with. Like, we probably, when we eventually get What If Season 2, we won't be seeing Star-Lord T'Challa again.
Star-Lord T'Challa was so great.
I'm wondering if we'll see, like, what if M'Baku had been the Black Panther?
I would love to do What If M'Baku was the Black Panther.
I think that would be pretty amazing. But we're not going to see Boseman's T'Challa again, and we're not going to see anyone replacing him as T'Challa. Because it's not appropriate. It's not. Like Chadwick Boseman's own brother said to recast the role, and I understand his perspective. You know. But by the same token, I do disagree. You know, whether or not it's my place to disagree. I just think it's more respectful not to. And all of the folks who made the film with him, like, they obviously decided, no, we're not going to do that. Because they couldn't fathom. And the thing is...
I don't remember who the guy was that was talking about it, the movie and, like, the pre-show stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, I grew up in a world dreaming that more people knew who Black Panther was. He said, and now my son grows up in a world where everyone knows who the Black Panther is. Like...
You can't replace that. And another thing, like, from a slightly different angle, you know how impossible it would be for someone else to fill those shoes?
Like, what actor even thinks they have the balls to go out for that role?
Exactly. Like, when again, even Boseman's brother is talking about recasting the role, I'm like, yeah, but with who? But with who, man? Who can possibly fill your brother's shoes? Who is going to be able to go in and do it? And it's going to be weird. That's the thing. If you were to do that, everyone would be uncomfortable. Because they wouldn't know whether or not they're supposed to enjoy it. Like, Dumbledore got recast because of the actor's death. But it was either recast Dumbledore, or we don't make more of these movies. And it was a worldwide phenomenon, so that wasn't going to happen. But, like, you take any old white guy, any old
wizard costume.
Exactly, stick him in a wizard costume, and you're probably okay, even though, obviously, like, the fucking...
So to be 100% completely honest, I didn't notice. I didn't... I watched those movies as an adult.
Okay, but, like, they're putting in two completely different performances, and they have different hats.
Like, I didn't notice. I was too busy, my growing hatred, like, my stewing hatred for Snape. I was shown these movies over, like, a 3-day weekend. Like, all of them.
So that was keeping you distracted from every other aspect.
Yes, and just being like, fucking Snape, like, why don't you just go fucking die? And then just at the end, just being like, but also still seeing that, like, Snape was truly the toxic one, because, like, he chose to, like, hold all this anger. And,
he chose to be a magic Nazi.
He chose to be a magic Nazi.
Because a girl rejected him.
Yes.
Like, we can respect the sacrifices he made for what he thought was love, while also recognizing that he didn't know what love was.
Yes, because, like, somebody also brought that up. They're like, we talk about this, and, like, we feel those deep emotions for it, but let's also remember that, like, she told him no, and she didn't want to be with him, and she knew who she wanted to be with, and yes, while at the end of the day, he saved her child, and, like, he
still spent a lot of time bullying that child.
It's like...
Even if he was protecting him.
Fuck your father. Fuck your father. Like, that was half of Snape's entire personality.
Yeah.
Fuck your father. Fuck your father.
So I'm still gathering sticks.
I
just realized I don't know why I'm gathering sticks.
See, there's another thing that we can talk about. If they were to, like, if Alan Rickman had died, like, 4 Harry Potter movies in...
How would we have replaced him?
Because he's fucking Alan Rickman.
Exactly. What
No
could we have
one
done?
would. And here's the thing that gets me about it. Here's the thing that gets me about it. When actors like that were brought up in the argument of why we wouldn't recast T'Challa, a lot of the responses were from white people saying that it was different.
But it's not.
But it's not.
It's not different. Like, okay, the only way it's different is that the Harry Potter movies were very much following the story of the books. That's the only difference. Like, whereas the MCU is writing its own stories using the
It has base material. It's just
like it's writing its own stories using the characters and themes of the comics, but it's not directly adapting
source material. That's the word I meant.
Yeah, because like even Civil War is totally different from the Civil War of the comics, and not just because Disney doesn't have the rights to all those characters. It's because at the end of the day, the stories of the movie are not the stories of the movie universe are not the stories of the comic universe. It's its own timeline. Its own developments have happened. So we can't make exactly the same thing.
And like, I think that's a thing that people will never truly understand because, like, obviously, there's nothing wrong with remaking movies. Like, I'm gonna say that. Like, I like a lot of movies that are remakes.
Some remakes.
I've had many an argument with my older brother of why I enjoy Charlie and the Chocolate Factory
more than
Willy
Wonka and the Chocolate Factory.
And that is one. The second, the latter creeps me the fuck out.
It's the boat sequence, isn't it?
Huh?
It's the boat sequence, isn't it?
A little bit.
You're not alone in that.
But two, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory was like the first movie. It was like the second movie I had ever seen Johnny Depp in. And to continue to go on and like my love for Johnny Depp grow and the odd the train of thought left without me. The ADHD. What was the last thing I said?
Johnny Depp. Love for Johnny Depp.
Yes, that helped foster my love for Johnny Depp, and to have somebody who is so dedicated to like the subgenre, the Tim Burton subgenre, if you will. It's just like, yeah, no, movies can be remade, and the thing is, one,
sometimes they should be. Some older movies were very much limited by what they could do at the time, and while there is artistry in that, sometimes some of those limitations were honestly acting method.
And also, like, this was brought up the other day in talking about, like, classic horror. And the fact that some of the best horror movies that exist were made by a writer and a director on a shoestring budget, making something amazing. You know, we see that with Halloween, we see that with Friday the 13th. You know, like...
Yeah.
Those are things like the Friday the 13th, not to spoil a almost 50-year-old movie, but, like, they knew that, like, the shot with Kevin Bacon, they had one shot.
Because they only had enough special effects for one shot.
Yes. And the fact that Kevin Bacon just got so caught off guard by the hand slapping onto his forehead, and he had that moment of genuine fear come through when, like,
Yeah.
it's like, perfect, we did it.
Okay, so I've got 2 trunks in my pocket, 3 trunks in this trunk. Excuse me. Am I making... I feel like I'm making planks out of these.
I love that this is like a post that I shared like 4 years ago, because I've grown so much as a person, but there's still one more person I want to beat up before I'm fully healed from, like, saying, like, I'm still that person, though.
Yeah, that's fair. Should I be adding floors to this raft so that it's a little less... What should I be doing? Oh, fuck. I definitely need more storage space. See, I'll add floors. Funny enough, I think adding the floors as sticks would be better. I don't think that there's a, there's no functional difference. And it just means turning one of these logs into, sticks instead of, planks. Because the planks I do need for stuff, but not for this.
Don't fucking tell me that Totally Spies was on TV 20 years ago, you fucks.
That's when it started.
I know.
It was on for a few years.
I know it was. I grew up on that fucking show. Like, yeah, I know. I made fun of you and Josh, and now I'm getting there too. Like,
yeah, get fucked.
Yeah, no, something happened the other day that I had this, like, moment of, like, oh shit, I'm gonna be 25 in 2 years.
Yeah.
Because I was, like, mentally planning, and I was like, yeah, no, like, like, I remember, like, saying something and being like, yeah, no, we'll probably, like, wait till I'm, like, about 25 to, like, actually, like, try to have kids. Like, if it hasn't already, like, happened by then, because
things
reasons,
happen.
because reasons, then that would probably, like, be the point where
she's trying not to say on stream that we fuck, but we do.
We fuck a lot. But, like, if it hasn't happened organically by then, that'll probably be, like, when we actively try.
Yeah.
And I was like, ah, shit, that's in 2 years. Like, we'll be getting married right after I turn 24. I like that I also, like, realized that that was the realization of, like, why my family isn't, like, freaking out at me. Is because, like, I'm not that young anymore. They're like, okay, yeah, no, we freaked out when you tried to get married when you were 18, but, like, you're in your 20s now, you're good.
Yeah, it's different.
Also the fact that we've, like, been together for years. Like...
Yeah, you're not rushing into things.
Yeah.
Good. You shouldn't rush into things.
Don't rush into things, kid.
You don't rush into marriage.
Like, I still actively remember us having, like, the conversation of, like, 2 years is, like, you should know by then. Or, like, that's when most people feel like they know. I forget, like, what was the exact context.
4 years is when you should fucking know. Like, 2 years is when you can, like, alright, maybe. Like, if you've been in a relationship for 4 years and you still don't know about marriage, they ain't the one. They ain't the one, chief. And I'm not saying everyone has to get married, but, like, come on. Like,
the thing is, especially if you're in a relationship with a person who, like, that's something that they want, like, fuck you.
Get your shit together.
Yeah. Like, and I know somebody who's, like, in that situation, and, like, you know, she's happy that things have, like, worked out.
But,
like, I remember her spending her 10-year anniversary with me. and then, like, also, like, trying to be like, hey, but, like, don't... It was basically like, hey, don't cling to a relationship with a bad person, because you will lose everything. And it's like, oh, shit.
Yes, we're gonna go with the wood raft floor, because even though it's not very pretty, it's very cheap. Like, we need that. We need the fact that it's not resource intensive to make. Because we want to save our planks for shelves in this instance. I would have liked to have made a house, but it's clear that I'm not on a tree-rich island enough to have made a house. Okay. Now let's go get more storage on our raft.
I love it because it's dark. My brain is like, yeah, no, it's like 8 o'clock.
But it's like 6.
6:30, yeah.
Yeah.
Also, just like on my own little side note, it's like, and we've talked about it a little bit. It's like that I am more pagan leaning and like work with the goddess Bast, and the fact that like the first line in the movie
Was talking about Bast.
was Shuri speaking to Bast. And, like, those emotions and everything, and just being like, ugh. And just being like, oh, that's why I was called to wear my freaking amulet today.
Oh shit. Just got launched into space just there by the physics engine.
Oh no, you almost joined the fucking
Skyrim space program.
So, when I played Skyrim for the first time a couple months ago...
I didn't warn her about the giants.
He did not.
I assumed...
Well, the thing is, like, I knew... But, like, there was a part of me that thought, like, I could run in, grab the mammoth cheese, and run out.
You could not.
But I could not, and I was forced to, join the, Skyrim space program.
My dear, you have to look at what the fuck I'm looking at.
I was waiting for it to come up on my screen, but it's too dark.
Now, you'll note that this is the sail, and this is the bottom of the raft.
Oh, your raft flipped.
Yeah, that's on me. That's my fault.
You were pointing at it, and I was sitting here waiting for it.
Here we go. Okay.
Because I'm supportive, but, like, in the way that I want to sit right now that's comfortable, my back is towards the TV.
Look, either come aground or don't. But don't flip up in the air again. Can't drop anchor here. You could. I'm such a fucking quitter. Then we can add another on this side once we have enough planks to do that. We definitely don't have enough planks right now. Oh, palm fronds, that's right, I forgot we had these. But yeah, so highly recommend Wakanda Forever.
Yes.
I don't know that it was better than the first one.
I don't think anything will ever be like better than the first one.
Yeah, but I will say it is a worthy continuation, which respectfully keeps in mind the, the real life tragedy that shaped it. Because,
But it says the film continues exploring feminist themes from the first film, with Nyong'o saying that the film would tackle the beliefs, passions, loves, and arguments of a woman's character, creating a robust drama.
I'd say the drama was pretty robust.
She also felt that Wakanda was a world we are striving to get to. The film also introduces Namor into the MCU, while changing his homeland from the comics Atlantis to Talokan.
Talokan, okay.
Talokan is a lavish, hidden underwater Mesoamerican civilization that was inspired by ancient Mayan culture.
It's still as Atlantis as we're going to get, but
Yes.
It's not Atlantis in the strictest sense.
Kugler also noted that Talokan is similar to Wakanda and that it is also an advanced civilization hiding in plain sight.
Yes.
Also stating that often people find themselves in conflicts because they're not dissimilar. They are the nations that would prefer to be hidden and isolated, with monarchs who are incredibly powerful and have strong points of views on how the world should be.
Yeah. Very much true.
Returns from the first film as production designer and said that she did a deep dive to portray this version of Atlantis in the film. She was visually inspired by the films Jaws, Close Encounters of the Third Kind, and Jack Kirby's comic Imaginary.
Nice. Hopefully we don't get diarrhea from this coconut. Because you better believe we're trying again.
In May of 2021, Marvel Studios revealed the title as Black Panther: Wakanda Forever. They believed that it was fitting as a tribute to Boseman, since Wakanda Forever is the battle cry of the Wakandans.
Yeah. And it's like you can't really hear it in your head without hearing him say it. At least I can't. That's for damn sure.
Production started in Atlanta, Georgia on June 29, 2021, under the working title Summer Break.
That's hilarious.
cinematographer from the first film. Rachel Morrison was replaced by I'm not Arkapaw. Yep, that's how it's spelled. Adam Arkapaw. She was the cinematographer for Loki.
Okay.
It's a longtime collaborator of Coogler's. Morrison planned to return for Wakanda Forever, but was unable to due to conflicts with one of her own films being pushed back due to the pandemic. This is like one of the things that like I fucking love about like cinematography is like learning all the little things. Because it's like discussing the use of anamorphic lenses as opposed to spherical lenses. Coogler explained that anamorphic lenses, I needed to make sure that my brain was saying that right, warped the image a little bit, which fit the film having the fog of loss over it. Profound loss can wrap how you look at the world.
Warp. Is that right?
Nope, it's misspelled.
Oh.
That was not a brain. It was not a dyslexia. It's just spelled wrong. Somebody quickly fix the wiki. I mean, hey. Oh, I saw this one thing that was like misconceptions, and someone was like that anybody can just edit a Wikipedia page, therefore you can't believe Wikipedia. It's like, yeah, no, but like, there's moderators.
Yeah, there's an army of moderators.
It's like, there are pages that are locked.
Because shit keeps happening to them.
They're like, they locked Donald Trump's for like 6 months, the first 6 months of his pregnancy and
his presidency.
Damn it. I'm tired.
Add that to the facts.
Yes, add that to the facts.
Show me the car facts.
For the first 6 months of his presidency, yeah, no, we're tired. We just a little fucked up in the brain.
I mean, we just had to watch 2.5 hour grief film about Chadwick Boseman, basically. And an amazing 2.5 hours it was. Like, make no mistake, when I saw that runtime of 160 minutes, I was like, oh man. There's a mid-credit scene. There's no after-credit scene. But I would recommend staying anyway, just for the music. And because it's hard to drive while crying, so, you know.
The thing is, like, they technically have, like, a mid-credit scene, because they start doing they do, like, the life credits, set to amazing music by Rihanna.
And she hates Rihanna.
Fuck you, I love Rihanna.
You have said multiple times you do not think she's attractive.
No, I said that I don't find her talking voice attractive. I've said that, like, her accent, like, rubs me the wrong way. And it's not, it's like...
Rubs the wrong way.
Motherfucker. Fuck you.
Maybe her accent should ask some questions then, so that it knows how to rub you better.
Thank you so much.
She's marrying me.
Oh yeah, well, you get mad at people with Cajun accents, so there.
I get mad because I can't understand them.
Yes, and that's how I feel when she talks sometimes.
When she talks, I'm mesmerized. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Motherfucker, I don't understand the words that are coming out of her mouth. So no. Anyway.
So, where should I go next? I feel like I've gone to all the islands that are nearby, or at least many of them, and I can go anywhere. Wait, I just remembered a thing that I can build that I haven't. That might be a good idea to have before venturing out. No, yeah, new song by Rihanna, which
yeah, there. As I'm scrolling through it, it came across the controversy from Miss Wright as the United States CDC implemented new rules requiring non-U.S. citizens to be fully vaccinated against COVID-19 and provide proof of vaccination before traveling into the country, was another delay for filming.
Yeah. Because, like, why wouldn't it be? Here's what we're going to do. We're going to go to that island over there, because I see a pole. And instead of learning how to use the compass, which I refuse to do, what I am instead going to do...
Okay, that makes sense. The film only features one post-credit scene, with more explaining that the creatives felt that the ending was some kind of poetic, that including an additional scene after the credits would have felt a little bit disingenuous tonally for what we were doing.
No, when watching it, I had a feeling it was something along those lines. Because I was like, it's really weird for them not to. Alright, babe, make a choice. Which island are we going to? That one with a shipwreck, or that one with a shipwreck?
Have you been to that one already?
I don't know if I've been to either of them recently, but my plan is to take this boat, go to one of them, and then plant a flag on the island, pointing in the direction of home, and then move on beyond this island. So...
right.
Okay, here we go. You meant this one, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I know occasionally we both get left and right mixed up. And this one looks very tree dense. But yeah, because we're gonna go beyond, we have to see if we can find...
Yep, I had seen that this morning. There was an article that came up and was like, why Wakanda Forever is being banned in China.
Do tell. This is spoilerific.
Because the thing is, it's so dumb. It's so dumb. According to The Hollywood Reporter, the film is not likely to be released in China, mostly due to the depiction of a same-sex relationship.
Yep, knew it. Oh, for the 5 seconds that it happens?
Yes! Thank you. Also, the fact that, like, it happened so quickly, we were sitting there sobbing because we're going through the ringer, and they literally show them for 2 seconds, and, like, they haven't shown these two characters together at all. Just one of them's got, like, her own weird shit.
They both got their own shit going on.
Because, like, she... Yeah, like... And so then, like...
And the one of them is the first one that we actually saw of the, what's the order called? The fucking Kingsguard?
Yeah, like the one who's the second in command.
Yeah, she's the first one that we met her before we met Okoye. Like, we met her in Civil War.
Yes.
And it's probably because at the time, I'm sure Okoye had shit to do regarding T'Chaka's death. Like, I have things that I have to do.
But it's between Ayo and Anika.
Ayo, that's the one. That's her name.
And it's like, really? For 2 seconds? They didn't even, like, fucking kiss.
It was just thank you, my love. And very clear that they're romantic.
The fact that it happened, and in that, like, 5 seconds, she just, like, walks up to her, puts her hand on her shoulder. Like, in a way that, like, even if they decided to dub that line out, it's just like, aw. And they were great friends. But, like, it's just like the fact that she goes, thank you, my love. And the fact that the two of us just went, ooh.
Yeah. It was insane.
Like a lesbian.
We're like, hello, lesbians. Do tell us more.
We're like, no, don't go over there. Why aren't we talking about the awesome, like, fucking fighting lesbians?
No, we want more Ayo. And what was her name? Anika.
I love her name, though. I thought it would be spelled differently because I've seen it spelled differently, but...
See, I don't need to collect the aloe vera either because I've got that growing. I don't need to collect the pee-pee plant either because I've got that growing. And I have enough to make an antidote, like, in my stash. But yeah, no, this is the island where we found the refined axe and the dead guy. Now it's just the dead guy. We need sticks. And there were some rations in that shipwreck.
Yeah, no, but I had literally seen the thing and I was like, I'm not going to click on it because it probably has some spoilers in it and we're going to go see it later anyway.
And then it did, but it was the lightest of spoilers.
Yeah, no.
It was just that lesbians
Like, the thing is, if I had read that, I would have thought that it would have been like...
something fun.
Yeah, like, oh shit, do they like... Is there like some sort of random lesbian orgy? Like, what's going on?
What's going on?
Okay. Movie came out 2 days ago. It's already nominated for some shit.
I mean, it is, like, really good. So, some cloth.
It's mostly for the score.
To be fair.
Ooh, yeah, no. But like, I need to pull up that article about like Rihanna talking about it. It's like,
Okay, so we're about to see how extensive this is. We're about to see how effective a flag truly is. And if it's worth the mostly renewable resources. Because there's our island over there, right? So we want to make sure that there is at least something to help denote that.
I mean, it's kind of gonna be the best space for it. If you move it over anymore, you won't be able to see it.
Right, but I will have to build a foundation. Which means getting more sticks.
Oh, fuck you. Whoever wrote that fucking article can go to hell.
What's it complaining about specifically?
The title of the article, because I wanted to see her, the article of her, like, actually talking about the song. But the article is Rihanna Lift Me Up review, Good Girl Gone Drab.
I mean,
I
that's...
don't even want to give, like, that's the fucking, whoever wrote that article for The Guardian, I hope you choke on your sushi. Because you're obviously a white person.
You can't just ask someone whether they're white. Ooh. That was cool. So it looks like rations also have some water in them, so I am now at, like, max on everything. Cool. Now I'm gonna go pick up some steaks.
Lift Me Up, a tribute to Chadwick Boseman, marks the first new solo music from Rihanna since her album in 2016.
Yeah, so that's like 8 years. 6 years.
For the first time in nearly 7 years, Rihanna is helping usher in a new Music Friday. The 9-time Grammy Award winner released her new song Lift Me Up at midnight on Friday, her first new solo music since her album Anti in 2016. Serves as a tribute to late actor Chadwick Boseman, Black Panther star, died of colon cancer in August of 2020. After speaking with Ryan and hearing his direction for the film and the song, I wanted to write something that portrays a warm embrace from all the people that I've lost. I tried to imagine what it would feel like if I could sing to them now and express how much I miss them. Thames, who co-wrote the track with Rihanna, Ludwig Göransson. Now, it's got one of those weird O's. I need you to say it.
Göransson.
There we go. It's got one of those weird O's. Director Ryan Coogler said in a press release,
Where does this flag go?
Rihanna has been an inspiration to me, so hearing her convey this song is a great honor. Someone posted a thing that was like, everything looks great on the runway, and then a normal person tries to wear it and it looks like shit, and someone goes, and then Rihanna wears it and it looks 20 times better than it could have ever looked on anybody.
It do be like that, though. Here's an idea. Torch.
Like, that's what she wore to the premiere of the movie a couple weeks ago. It's like, anyone else would have put that on, everyone in the media would have, like, ripped them to fucking shreds. But Rihanna wore it, so that's what makes it great.
I feel like
Ooh, that's right, I forgot about that. They announced that she's going to be the Super Bowl halftime show next year.
Nice. I feel like I've been ripped off. I don't know how to make this torch work. Let's see if I can get my money back.
Oh, okay. Apparently Jay-Z has some sort of contract with the NFL to help with their musical entertainment moving forward, which is why one of the reasons that Rihanna was chosen. At least, like, that is how this article is kind of framing it. Because it's, like, talking about... Like, it moved on to talking about her doing the halftime show, because it's very focused on, she says that her 2016 album, she feels is her best. And she says that moving forward, she doesn't feel that things that she will make will be quote-unquote better. But now she is coming at music and her artistry from a different perspective.
Okay.
So I'm like, okay. And, I mean, if we think about it, her last couple of albums were very...
I wouldn't know.
It's because I'm trying to think of the word for it. I need to see, like, what order they came out in. Did it happen to music?
So I've got that to help me, but until I find...
Yeah, no, Love on the Brain was on that album. Like, if you take a look at, like, her albums from Rated R, which was her first album that she wrote after the incident, and what a lot of that music dealt with, and what a lot of those songs dealt with, and
the incident. You mean when that guy Chris Browner?
You mean when the term was coined? Yeah.
Yeah, that guy. I don't remember his name. I just remember that what he did was considered a Chris Browning. So,
you know, the songs like fucking Russian Roulette, like, hits in that, like, really deep, like, abusive relationship sense of, like, getting so involved with someone and not realizing who they were as a person until you're already in too deep.
I hope I find some more fucking containers.
Yep, and then Loud had was Love the Way You Lie.
Yep.
And those, hindsight being 2020, like, that was my song with my abusive partner. Should have, like...
You picked that while you were together?
Yeah.
Wow.
We actively picked that together.
Holy shit.
And, like, it was the introspective of, like, my subconscious knew what was going on. The conscious wasn't very there. The conscious was worried about other stuff that was going on in my life at the time.
Clearly. Because, like...
See, this is the thing that gets me, and I think that, like, people don't. It's not something, like, that people talk about a lot. And that is, like... people in abusive relationships get that stupid, oh, well, why didn't you just leave? Or why don't you just leave?
Yep.
And it's like, it's not always that simple. It rarely ever is. You know, and everyone, you know, every woman said it at least once in her life when you hear about somebody, oh no, pig.
Back up. I ain't even here to fuck with you. Ain't even here to fuck with you.
But, you know, everyone's said at least once in their life when they've, like, heard something about, like, somebody being in an abusive relationship or something to those, you know, to that, like, extent, they go, oh, well, if anyone ever did that to me, I would just leave.
Yeah, but I don't realize how insidious it is.
And then you get in that situation, and it's like, nobody tells you that abuse starts the way it does. It's little things. It's
little things, I guess you call it.
yes. It's backhanded compliments. It's saying something and being like, it's just a joke. Like, you know that, like, that I don't feel that way. And then it's actively, like, getting ridiculously upset in what feels out of nowhere. And it's like, it's that and the gaslighting.
See, when I make you upset, it's generally, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to upset you, I didn't realize I would upset you. Like, I didn't think, my bad. Because it's my bad.
Whereas, like, I've been in the situation of, hey, you said something. Oh, shit, there's a little one. Get away from it.
No.
Damn it, he's tasted blood.
Teach that boar what it means to fuck with me. You come back and killing your child. This bat's all by his lonesome. Oh, there's a giant crab. There's a wood pile over there too.
But then the like, hey, you said something and that upset me, and I would prefer if you don't say that again. And like most people's reaction is, oh shit, I'm sorry, I fucked up. But then you get somebody that goes, oh, well, I'm so sorry. Well, I just won't fucking say anything then, if you're gonna be so sensitive.
Yeah.
And then, you know, at that point, you stop, because you go, wait, am I overreacting to this?
Yeah.
And then you get stuck in that cycle of somebody telling you you're overreacting
to what they're doing, and you're the problem. So I found another chest, like I was hoping.
And it's like, yeah, no. It's like, abuse isn't always just
wailing on somebody.
Because, like, by the time my relationship was about to get to that point, I was so lost in who I was as a person that all I was anger at the fact that I was in this situation. And that, one, I felt that everyone around me would criticize me for what was happening to me, because that's just actively who my family is. My family is very, well, you put yourself in that situation, so don't complain about it.
Her family's not super great.
Yeah. Like, we've talked about this multiple times.
Like, there's certain members of her family who are amazing, and they know who they are.
And they're, like, the only parts of my family that we still, like, see.
So, you know what the beautiful thing about this chest is? See these things? I have these things at home. So I can, when I get home, I can just empty the box.
But, like,
I was gonna say logs or sticks, but there's a wood pile on this island, and I'm gonna take advantage of that fact. We're going for sticks.
But it's like, yeah, no. Like, and I'm sure anybody who's been in an abusive relationship will tell you, like, it doesn't just start off with, like, one day someone just hauling off and decking you out of nowhere.
Yeah,
I'm
no,
sure for some people it happens.
But generally what happens is they break you down bit by bit over time, so that once the more...
It wasn't even the big crab, it was the little one, but now you've exposed yourself to the big crab. Oh, now the boar is coming after me, son of a bitch. Nope. Nope. Run away! Run away!
Drown.
Here comes the crab.
Drown.
Run away!
What is happening right now?
You're being ambushed by some of the things. Fucking crab!
This island sucks. Oh, but it has the things I need. What is happening right now? Now everything is dark.
But like, being that like me broken down to like a shell of a person activated my extremely short temper and my violent tendencies. It was like I got to a point where I started, taking hits back. And like that was when he was like, oh, okay, you've gotten confident enough to like say shit about me, so let me say shit to you that hurts even more.
He's not a good guy.
And then like, it's like, oh, okay. And then like...
It's like, since we're here... You didn't have to die.
You didn't have to die. But you did.
Maybe your child will live long enough to avenge you. Probably not. It's on an island with giant crabs. Undefended now. Weird. Its only parent is dead. Wonder how that happened.
But, it's like a lot of times by the time an abusive relationship escalates to violence, every, like, physical violence, everything else has already been broken down.
Yeah.
And the fact that, like, the first time there was ever even a threat of that to me, the fact that fight or flight kicked in like, the worst way possible, and brought out the worst possible person I could ever be. And when hit me, I want you to. Hell, I will stand here and stand still and let you do it. I will take everything from you. It was like, I will make sure that everyone hates you. Like, even the people you care about the most. Because at the end of the day, those people have already told me that they know you're a monster. And they're waiting for something to happen to write you off.
And understand that that's how abuse works. She knew from everyone in his family that he was a monster, and she still stayed. Because abuse is insidious, okay? Like, an abuser makes themselves something in your head that you feel like, it's not that you just can't get away from, it's that you shouldn't get away from because you love them so much. They've shown you some form of love at some point so that they can continue the abuse because it's about power. They want power over you. To have you love them
to have you love control. Them is to have control, and for them to control you with these crumbs of love and affection.
Exactly. It's insidious. It's terrible. If you don't want anyone in an abusive relationship, then if you're new to it, you don't understand why they won't just leave. But if you're not new to it, you understand what we're talking about. How hard it is to get a person to leave a clearly bad situation that even they might want to get out of. Sometimes they'll express how they want to get out of it, but they can't. They don't know how.
And even like, and then that's how you end up in a slippery slope.
Yeah.
Because I was in a relationship with a bad person who was telling me the world around you sees you as a bad person just for existing and just for the things you choose to enjoy. And the fact that he exploited the fact that my family was already terrible. And that, like, fucking predisposed me to the fact that some people are just like, hey, this is abuse, but I'm going to tell you that I love you afterwards, and that'll make it okay. And then those are the people that go, well, why didn't you leave the situation? And it's like, well, I don't know, because you spent my whole childhood abusing me in the same ways and then telling me that you loved me afterwards. And that it was okay, that it was just a joke. It's like, but, you know, it's like, and then those people don't, like, those are also the same kind of people that, like, hurt you with shit, and then, like, you try and kill yourself, and they're like, well, that's not my fault.
We don't know why you tried to kill yourself.
It's like, why would you do such a thing? And it's like, I don't know, maybe because, like, you all walk around and, like, say things like you hate me, but then pretend to like me anyways. Like, that's also a bitch and a half.
Yeah.
So it's just like, I still can't get over the fact that I've had multiple people now offer to bologna and mustard my ex's car. And I was like, why is this an option?
He's a bad hombre, that's why. And nobody likes him. Fucking...
Like,
I'm trying to build.
like, yeah, no, like, you don't even understand, like...
Can't build here, there's something in the way.
When you're in a relationship with somebody, and every time you see their family, they look you dead in the eye and go, you deserve better. Like, you know, his fucking grandfather used to look at me all the time and go, what are you doing here with him? You're an amazing person. You deserve better than this.
And like, yeah, no, fuck that. Grandpa likes you better.
I almost went, like, the fact that his mom invited me to his grandfather's funeral because, like, closeness and, like, how emotionally tied in I was to the family, like,
yeah.
I mean, I still sent his stepsister a card when she lost her child, like that happens. Like, they called me when my mom died.
Yeah, I remember.
And we're like, hey, we just heard. Like, are you okay? What do you need from us? Because you're family.
So,
And me being like, I just want to break down and tell you all the terrible things he did to me. But I'm not going to, because, like, at the time I still, like, I don't know. I felt like I would somehow still be the bad person.
which you wouldn't be.
Which I wouldn't be.
Should I build more canopies? I feel like I could build more canopy. Ah! Go away, shark.
Oh, shitter.
You can't eat me.
My birds.
Definitely gonna have to come back to this island.
I love that today has just been the dealing with all the deep emotional trauma.
It really has. I'm gonna have to run the fucking raft aground again to construct on it properly, apparently. Almost as if it bobbing in the ocean isn't helping you build. You know what, though? I really do appreciate... I appreciate the building mechanics in this game. Because even though I think the controls can be a little counterintuitive, the fact... The fact that you can build a moving structure and continuously build on it and change it, that's something I personally haven't experienced in a survival game before. So, like, you know, from a gameplay perspective, that is the standout mechanic of this particular game in comparison with other survival games. Other survival games have hunger and thirst, like Conan has that. Other survival games have a lot of what this game has, you know, crafting, exploration. But I haven't had this, you know. or the ability to get my own water. Like in Conan, you just find the nearest stream or a river, or get enough to. Well, I mean, you can get enough materials to get a well, but it's not. That's not an early game thing, you know. Mm. And honestly, the fact that there is no heads-up display, like there's just this little dot to help you know where the center of your screen is, also pretty incredible. I think it really adds to the immersion of this game. I like this game a lot. I'm told there are some good mods on the PC, but I'm just over here like I just want the base experience, and the fact that there is a level editor, even on consoles, so you can make a custom situation. It's all like, yeah, no, I want a huge island that's covered in trees and rocks and has a bunch of clay around and stuff, so that you can, like, have a big main island or something. I'm guessing. I haven't checked. Because at this point, I'm pretty attached to this save file. Yeah, I should probably build more canopies. See if I can build a canopy over the other shelf there. And there's something about this game that lets me zone out in a very peaceful way. I'm not being chased by things unless I go to find things to chase me. There's no raid mechanic like there is in Conan. A raid mechanic that I understand, like, you know, if nothing happened at your base, you'd be bored. So I could get it. Ah, shit. I have a Conan server that I started almost a year ago, and I haven't been back in so many months. Like, I started it with the expectation that all my friends who have the game, we'd all be able to get on it. And we just didn't have the time. It was kind of shitty. Conan Exiles is a really good game. And the fact that that company is making a Dune survival game, I am crazy pumped for. Need it somewhere stable. There we go. Well, there's a shark nearby, but it doesn't matter to me. He can't hurt me. I'm too cool to be hurt. Alright. Now let's see if we can build a canopy. Hell yeah! Just as you got home, eh? Okay. Alright, so it looks like I cannot build a canopy on any of the current spaces. I imagine because there's really not enough room, but we'll see, won't we? But yeah, so as you can see, we've made some progress. Okay. So put the corrugated metal that we've got with the other corrugated metal. Yep, we have been making a pretty good amount of progress, actually. Excuse me. I'm quite happy with it. Okay, let the meat cook. We'll have some tasty, tasty dinner. I'm just going to take the whole container because it is easier than trying to organize the shit that I've got. Now, I went and gathered all these sticks, and I'll be totally honest, I'm not crazy sure what I'm going to do with them. I don't know if I'm going to make my raft bigger, or what. I might, just to have more storage space. But, yeah. Okay, we about to get sunburned. Horse shit. Alright, let's go stand in here in, like, actual man-made shade. Long enough to get my natural SPF back. But yeah, so as you can see, my island is a scattered mess. It's still home base, as far as I'm concerned. I don't think I should use all the sticks that I collected just now to, like, make my house better. I feel like I should make my raft better. But I'm not really sure. The game is so open-ended, in terms of what you can and can't do. Should get some rest. Sounds good. Just as soon. I have all these vehicle parts. I can't really do anything with them. Oh cool, I'm almost level 6, which means I can almost do something with those vehicle parts. Not that it'll matter, because until I've got a gas can, I have no way of making fuel. But it will free up space. I'm guessing. So you can do so much with the fibrous leaves, but the fact that planting yucca trees really just like maintains your ability to farm yucca trees. It's pretty good. Because you can do so much. You can make fabric, you can make lashings, you can power your water maker, and the meat's done. Oh good, it won't let me waste. I'll watch and be amazed as one helping of meat fills me up completely. Okay, so let us take stock of what we have. It would behoove me, I think, well, to water my plants, just as a start. Yes, absolutely. Inventory management is a bit of a hassle, especially when, as yet, I don't believe that I have a way to make chests, as far as I know. And chests would be amazing. I'm like, is a sleeping bag portable? It's my question. I mean, fuck it. We're gonna... Shit. I wasn't trying to make a fucking fishing spear. Okay, so I've accidentally got an extra fishing spear. I've had worse situations. Go over here, make a fabric. Get the loom. I doubt we can, but can we put it on the raft? Wouldn't that be amazing? Holy shit! I can take it with me. Oh, that's rad as shit, dude. Alright, cool. That helps a lot. A portable sleeping space. The angle that I'm at isn't helping me any. The trophy, where I lay my head is home. Nice reference. There, now I'm healthy as a horse.
I don't even remember the original reason I left the room. I just know that I probably didn't do it.
Hi, baby boy.
Oh, no, wait. I loaded the dishwasher.
I guess we will put the sleeping bag in there, because now we know we can.
You were with me the whole time. There's no reason. No reason for you to be sleeping with her.
But, Mom, I missed you. You were gone for so long.
Even though he was with me the whole time.
You were gone, and I could not find you.
Hey.
Hey, what you doing?
Get out of that trash can.
Where's my trash? Stop eating garbage.
You are like a literal garbage dog. You need to stop. Fuck yeah. Fucking more, Namor thirst coming across my,
Your
my
feed.
feed.
Again, it's an attractive dude with no shirt.
And he definitely brought his, like, telenovela best.
Vehicle filter.
Like, when he makes that joke, and, like, he gets really, really serious into his delivery. Or you could just do this, and it's like, fuck you and your dramatic acting, sir.
It's like, well, I would like for this to be empty. I understand that it can't be. But this is the sort of crate we take with us on our journeys.
Okay.
Because we can use leather and wood and all that other stuff as the need arises. So, let's go ahead and get the stick put away. Make sure that our water bottle is filled up. And we're golden. Let's get the fuck out of here. Come on, physics. That clicking on this is probably water distillery. Surprised I can hear it even from this distance. Okay, wasn't expecting that.
Nope. If someone communicates their boundaries to you, that's them trying to keep you in their life, not push them away.
Yup.
Because, yeah, no, at that point, it's like, hey, I love you a lot. It's just this, like, this little thing.
This one thing that you do that hurts me. Could you stop?
This thing says she's a 10, but her comfort show is Criminal Minds.
Goddamn. Okay, so there's a little island. We're heading out to the wider world. So we're heading out past this island, which is an island where we built a marker. I still don't know how to plant a flag. Excuse me. But out on this island is where we found this other chest. And we're going to keep going until we have... but what do you guys think? Bigger raft? Because it's still small and still very easy to control. And I know as it gets bigger, it'll be harder to control. But, you know, we'll have more space. So... But we're headed out to that island over there. Because you can even see the platform from here. It's the platform I built to mark that island.
God damn it. Marked safe from getting pregnant by Nick Cannon.
Goddamn.
Somebody already made the meme. They're like, what'll people look like in 100 years? And everyone
It's
has...
just Nick Cannon.
It's just Nick Cannon's face on a bunch of different people. I'm just like...
I mean, the man...
I think at this point, he's just doing it just to spite people.
I mean, the thing is, he can provide for all his children, so... On the one hand, we shouldn't be judging. On the other hand, Nick, slow down. These women are not factories.
It's just the fact that he's, like, jumping from, like, Instagram model to Instagram model, knocking them up, and then just moving on to the next one.
I mean, they know who he is.
I mean, yes, but...
At this point, none of them can possibly think I'm the one who will change him.
I mean... This circles back to, like, the abuse thing.
Maybe they're just like, let's see what our kids will look like. He's gonna have a bunch of beautiful children, I'm sure. So what do you guys think? Should I make the raft bigger? Or should I let raft expansion take place at a rate relatively equal to finding chests? Because at this point, we still have room for another crate shelf. Okay, so that's a vote for bigger raft. Alright. It would help us do something with all these sticks, if I'm not going to make a house out of them. Although I do still feel like I could and should make a house out of them. I'd love to make a house out of clay. To do that, I have to find clay. Maybe that's what I can do. Start looking for clay. Okay, Alright, I've got plenty of empty space in my backpacks. In my backpack. So, always bigger raft. Okay, so with the twine and the sticks that I've got, I could make an expansion or two. Should I make it wider, or just continue to make it longer?
Longer is probably going to be a little bit better, but like at least 2 more.
Okay, because yeah, right now we're just at 3x2, so 3x3 is what we're going on next.
Yeah, I think so.
Alright. Because this isn't a bad size. And I mean, if the goal is ultimately to expand the raft anyway, then, like, maybe it would behoove me to... It'd be nice if I could, like, attach the sleeping bag to that.
Adrenaline Poe. Would you like to see what I've hidden beneath my floorboards? Me. Look here, you spooky bitch. I'd love to.
So, getting closer to this island. Might hit that one next. Pine trees. But we've killed the boar on this island. So, oh shit, rocks.
Oh, no.
Why wouldn't there be rocks? Okay, I'm gonna fucking weigh anchor over here. One, two, three, four, five. Okay. So, now, I think we are all in agreement that I am committed to this course of action. So, place.
I'm sorry.
Me too. Not sure about what, though.
This guy says, this post is, this guy lost his eye to cancer, so he commissioned his false eye to be a flashlight. So he's got a flashlight in his fucking head.
That's how you take the loss like a champion. That's cool as shit, though. Why wouldn't you want that?
I'm not saying I wouldn't. It's just the fact that he like walks onto camera and goes and like raises his eyebrow and the fucking flashlight turned on, and I'm just like, oh, he's got him in a bunch of different colors.
Good. Alright, so I'm going to take this crate with me, since it's empty.
I mean, somebody put brisket should be the meat of Thanksgiving, not turkey. There, I said what I said.
I'm not exactly mad about the opinion.
I mean, same. But considering there's already a turkey in the freezer, the food of Thanksgiving this year will be a turkey.
And I'm fine with that. I love turkey. But I also will take any excuse for brisket. So, alright, so there we go.
Like, why is brisket so goddamn expensive? Like, even before inflation.
Because it is delicious.
Like, most of briskets, like, cost, like, 40 to 50 bucks. Just for, like, you know, a decent sized brisket.
Okay, so, just like that, we have 2 empty... Oh, God. Okay. Ah, and I sailed away from my island. I don't know if it's gonna, like, if the rain is gonna water my crops. That's another problem with the game. I think the way that it loads the map, rain doesn't always affect where you think it's gonna. Yes, yeah! Love it! Send it! Share it! Make sure it flops off on my... Because that is just truth. May as well collect some rocks while we're here, too. I'm going to collect everything that I can collect that doesn't require me to actually use my tools to collect it. while keeping my spear on hand. In case that crab decides it's going to start some shit. Because if that crab decides to run up on me, we haven't crabbed tonight. Because I already killed the adult boar, now there's just some baby boars. And believe you me, I will murder those children. But they're not going to attack. So we're going to choose peace. Yeah, no, rocks are good. See that? See this guy? Fuck this guy. Yeah, you better leave. You got poked once and left. I am man, master of this domain.
Well, good for you, Ian. At least it's cold where you live. Every friend group
Good
has
for you.
Ian is that friend by, like, no fault of his own.
He just happens to live in the place where none of our little pathologies are true.
That, and also, like, he just, like, had a little bit better start. So he's just, like, in this weird spot where, like...
He's just surrounded by poor friends.
He's surrounded by poor friends, and when he makes a complaint, we all tell him to fuck off.
We don't tell him to fuck off. We just gently remind him that...
No, Cheyenne called him the other day and told him to fuck off because he was complaining about his work schedule.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but, you know, Cheyenne, he likes to work.
It's that he was complaining about his work schedule and his work hours to salary ratio, in which Cheyenne works twice the hours for about half or less than the salary.
Yeah. But Ian also lives in a more expensive place, so... Like, there's things to consider on all sides here. No, this is the rock box. This is the stick box. And all I need now is one more stick. Here it is. One more stick to round out the box. Can also be used as storage. What else could it have been used for? I'm confused, game. Okay. How many rocks do I have in my pocket? I have 2 rocks. That's 1 rock. 1 more rock. And we round out this box's inventory's worth of rocks. Which is good for us. We need rocks to make tools. And, like, I will run out of rock. Give him like a block pile. Pile of rocks.
Okay.
Oh, you want round 2?
Then I go watch the stream later and you can hear all about my traumas. And Steele's like, why? Why are we talking about trauma? And I'm like, because Wakanda Forever brought up some shit. And he goes, I haven't seen it yet. I go, there's no spoilers. So Steele, if you're watching this later.
He is. He's watching right now.
You know,
Yeah, she wasn't looking up at the comments and didn't know that I was also talking to you.
Oh, fuck. I didn't.
It's alright.
It's because, like, I'm still not used to the fact that, like, they're not constantly there, like, on the PS4.
Yeah, that definitely was an adjustment for me, too.
But yeah, no. We haven't said any spoilers. We read through some stuff.
Regarding production.
Yeah, regarding production.
Is this a different ship?
And such.
Please be a different ship. Nope, one big old circle.
Why am I a sadist in a way that I like to, like, hurt people with movies?
I don't know. I have no idea.
So, like, that's the other thing, is, like, I'm sending my brother and one of his good friends to see it, because, like, obviously my brother's, like, going through, like, the same kind of, like, things and feelings that I am. And he is just, like...
That's a 3.
Much more closed off about his feelings.
That 1 or a 2? Oh, fucking snakes. Alright, we have a choice. It's hardly a choice. We either go back the way we came and not risk getting lost.
Oh, shit. Did they just call that?
Which race?
Arizona.
Jesus. Took him a minute.
Holy shit. Arizona just went blue.
Oh, snap. Like all the way? Where was Herschel Walker running?
Georgia.
Gotcha.
Okay, that's good though. I was seeing like the fucking. There were some signs while we were driving around that were so fucking ambiguous. That it's like, was this sign put up for her campaign?
Or against?
Or against? And we were just at a stoplight and I was trying to take a picture of it, but it was too dark. And it said Carrie Lake. Carrie Lake plans to pass anti-abortion bill that will send doctors to jail.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, is
so
that for or against?
It's so ambiguous.
Like, obviously, that would be a reason for me to vote against her if I lived in Arizona.
But I was like, they put up the sign, and it's a very, like, fuck that bitch, or, yeah. Like, the sign could
fuck
go...
that bitch or that fucking
It's a
bitch.
bisexual sign, babe. It goes both ways.
God damn it.
It would suck so bad if Steele had logged off.
Might have, I don't know. He might be in the middle of the world's longest groan, too. Okay. I have enough sticks. Actually, you know what? We're not leaving this island without finishing what we started regarding expanding the raft.
Okay. Are you still watching in the chat? He's like, yes. So that means he heard it. He's just...
In the middle of the world's longest...
I love that I forgot that I had done some, like, mild working out yesterday. So, going out in my new boots today flexed all those same muscles in my hips and in my thighs. So all those muscles are like, bitch, stop moving. Like, because I moved just right afterwards because I was listening to some music while I was cooking. And I was, like, dancing, and I went, oh, hey. Like, I could feel soreness in this spot where I was like, oh, I think that's a muscle that's actually supposed to activate when I twerk. And, like, it was already. So I was like, oh, hey, like that. Gotta stretch those twerking muscles. Get me some of them Megan Thee Stallion knees for Christmas.
The only thing Valheim definitely has over this game in terms of tree felling is that you can fell trees in Valheim into other trees, and the damage will fuck the other trees up for you.
Yep, Steele's not even gonna dignify that joke with a response. I just got a response if he's still watching.
Yeah.
But you can only run from me for so much longer, Steele. Soon you'll be exposed to me in real life.
I'm not paying your legal fees.
It's one of the most amazing things that, like, the excitement is building for you to come back, because at this point, like, since Boom and I have been together, I've known Steele completely online.
Yeah.
For the yes.
Well, I'm still not paying your legal fees. Like, either way. Like, either of your legal
He's
fees.
gonna get a call from Cheyenne and be like, hey, so the cops just took off with them.
You're like, that sounds like a them problem.
Don't make me call Dempsey for bail money. No, you know who I have to call for bail money if I have to? Alex. Because Alex is just gonna show up to go, how the fuck did this happen? Like, I knew this was gonna happen someday.
You're like, what did you do?
Oh. But, like... But, like, yeah, no, like, I sent, a thing to a different chat, that, like, I'll add you to, like, once you officially move back. And I was like, I'm just so excited because, like, we are friends, but we are friends based solely off of each other's lore.
Yeah, it's true. Neither of you know the other.
And, like, this will be the first time that we're actually meeting. And then the funny thing is, like, technically Steele knew stuff about me before I was even officially a part of the group, because Steele was a part of making my first D&D character.
Yep.
Because that was for 3.5. And our, like, old terrible roommate. Oh god, the lore. Yeah, that's right. That's right, we're playing Cards Against Humanity the night you come home for your welcome party. I'm getting everybody fucked up. And that's what's happening. I'm gonna make good food.
I wonder if that snake's gonna kill that baby boar. I don't think
Actually,
the animals
that
fight.
was what I meant to text Cassandra.
I don't think the animals fight each other.
Oh shit, apparently Georgia went to a runoff.
Yeah, I'd heard about that.
Yeah, so it says if we win Georgia in the runoff, Blue will have the majority. So we'll keep the majority in the house.
Yeah, otherwise it's gonna be like a stalemate, huh?
I love that it's like...
Yeah, you know what, Democrats? You know how you get reelected? Is you
do
shit.
You do the shit that you're supposed to do. You don't say, Oh, wait. Oh, I've also been seeing some things online. I don't know how true they are. That Biden might be dropping Harris from the re-election ticket.
Really?
I don't know how true they are, but like it came across my feed, but I wasn't willing to give an unknown news source a click.
But like, why would he?
I was like, I don't know what news source you are, but like your name is kind of ambiguous, and I don't want to accidentally like.
What was the news source?
I don't even remember. I'll have to look for it.
Here we go. Okay, I'll grab both of those. Not cool of the other one to disappear, but alright. We're still healthy, we're still doing good. Like, is there a couple more sticks I can take off of this island? There's one. Just need one more. There's two. Nope, that was just the ground. Just to make the absolute most of my trip. Giant ass crab. Eh, 3 sticks maybe all I'm getting. There we go. So we'll head back to our home base. We will process these I'm going to process these logs into at least one plank so that we can.
The Lord. Yeah, no, like, I even started, like, thinking about, like, what outfit I'm gonna wear, because, like, I remember when everyone in the group first met me, and me being, like, the bougie, crazy bitch that I am, like, fucking showing up at Cass's house, wearing, like, heeled boots and stockings and like this black dress that I owned and like hair done, makeup done, like whole 9 yards, meeting a bunch of people that I've never met who are some of my partner's closest friends, while also like trying to hide that I was like in the throes of grief and I had just spent like 4 hours crying.
Yep.
So like there was a lot going on, and I dressed that way like around the group for a while until I forget what was the trigger.
Oh, she doesn't care how you're gonna dress. She is extra.
I am extra, and like when I like I'm black and Mexican. First impressions are everything. Like at least outwardly. And like for me that's like what matters. So like I need you to meet me in person with the same level of like drama and extraness that they did, and technically you'll get even more because of like the person that this friend group has helped me grow into. Like I've changed a lot, like due to having a lot of really great influence in my life now. Of my imposter syndrome used to like kick my ass when I first started hanging out with the group, because I just felt like everyone was so smart and like I was just like hanging on.
Thankfully, we've disabused her of that notion. She understands that we're all morons now.
I mean, I love that it could have gone in such a nice way.
Yeah, I couldn't let it. I had to.
Son of a bitch.
It's important to me to ruin the moment. I don't...
It really is. We've talked about this on the stream before, and I don't think anyone else was here when I said it, but I'll say it again now that Steele is here to hear it. And that is, the first time I said I love you, I knew that it was probably kind of soon in our relationship. And I told him, hey, I understand if you're not ready to say this back, but I need you to know this is how I feel. And I said, I love you, and he responded with,
I know.
and then left for 2 weeks.
And then I left for 2 weeks.
And then
not because she said anything, but that was just the timing. That was when I had to fucking take my brother and my sister-in-law to her parents' place for Thanksgiving. So we were up there.
Kentucky.
And then, no, I feel like I was gone for a week, and then I came back and you were gone for a week.
No, because I was here.
I don't remember being gone for 2 weeks, but it must have been what happened.
Because you guys were supposed to be gone for like 10 days. And I was like mentally prepared for 10 days. And as soon as it was like, yeah, no, we're not leaving tomorrow because it was snowing, that's when I had like the full blown panic attack because I was on like all the steroids at the time because like health problems. So I had like this massive meltdown that included me laying on the floor and just sobbing because, like, my whole body itched, and the one person in the world that I wanted to be with more than anything was on the other side of the country and could not bring me any comfort because he was having his own mental breakdown at the time.
Yeah. Kentucky was not great. Okay, Kentucky was beautiful weather-wise, I gotta say.
The thing is, Kentucky was not great. I will say it again. I'm happy that we don't have to send her back there anymore.
Oh, maybe the moon isn't full. It looks full.
Almost.
It's just that it's basically been full every night.
I mean...
And that's why I wondered earlier, I was like, am I in hell? Like, am I not alive? Is this what hell is like for this guy? Because right now I'm rocking it. If it's hell, we're doing great. Maybe his hell is that I'm in control and I've got ADD. It's probably that, right?
Oh no, not the Thanksgiving sharp coochie boards.
Them sharp coochie boards. Okay, and we will... If that's to lower the sail, but like I feel like that's really not. planks. This. What do we have? Okay. So there's a shark out here, but I'm not worried about the shark. Because, oh.
I mean, yeah, the arcades are gonna be weird.
Okay. There's nothing wrong with that. I like how they're planted on the salt water, but that's not going to hurt it.
Oh, son of a bitch. Doja Cat is awesome.
Accurate.
She fucking trolled Elon Musk.
Christmas for everyone must please help. I've made a mistake. You should be able to change your name now. Thank you. God damn it. Oh my god. That is good. Thank you. I don't know what possessed him to come in and make these weird changes. Like, they're not working.
Like, unless somebody else is getting ready to fucking...
Buy him out.
Unless somebody else is getting to launch some, like, fucking social media platform that's gonna take off, like, and he's got, like, a bunch of stock in this, there's no way that, like, he knows what the fuck he's doing.
He has no idea what the fuck he's doing. That's the thing. He's never known what he's doing. He's just got money.
He just needs to go back to, like, pretending that he's cool and smoking weed with Joe Rogan. Those were the good Elon Musk times. He was just making electric cars, man. He was just funding the building of electric cars.
Yeah, we respected that.
We respected that.
Because it's like, sure, you're just a rich asshole. Using that money to do something productive.
Yeah.
What do you say?
Musk never have thought in that head. He's a meme now and he knows it.
Yeah. I just need him to talk about Dogecoin to maybe up it a little bit. Heavily invested. Well, it only increases it sometimes. Sometimes it does quite the opposite. See, that's the thing. That's another reason I don't want to abandon my island. Besides the fact that I've got a farm here, is that like this place is not too big, has a bunch of fibrous leaves on it. Like, I've got everything I need in this place. I don't know what wobble wobble it is.
Yes. I wasn't an iPad kid. I was a pink Nintendo DS girl. Yes. Yes. That was my first real console that wasn't some like random, like off-brand educational bullshit. Also, the fact that like I like look back and realize that one of the games that I had was like educational in some way, but it was still a Wolverine and Spider-Man game. Like you could play as either or. And like some parts
Using superheroes to trick children into learning is an age-old, time-honored tradition.
Also like this random ass. I'm gonna Google it. I'm gonna Google it and see if I can find the name of it.
Oh good, the rotten meat's finally gone.
That's what it's called. Yes, that's right. I remembered like a couple weeks ago that I had a Shrek video game growing up. And I was just like thinking about it and I was like, what the fuck, man? That weird ass fever dream of a Christmas present. It was called
Oh no. Do tell.
I mean, probably same though.
But tell me, is it all completely self-brought on? Like, are they the ones who fucked up? I mean, while it's bright out, we may as well be looking for clay deposits. Oh, lionfish. It's alright, lionfish, I'm avoiding you. Nice.
So, the game was called Shrek the Third, Arthur's School Day Adventure. There was another one too. Like I remember. There was also like whatever the hell these deformed ass kids. It's called Adventure Park, and now thinking about it, the freaking grandfather sounded like the doctor from fucking Jurassic Park. It was like, now I see what the theme was.
Welcome to Jurassic Park.
So like that's what the little console looked like the handheld one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh god, I had that game too. That's like actually in it from my alien classmate. And then these were the ones that like hooked up to the TV. But I only had the one on this side, like the actual gaming console, not the like drawing one. Those were like my first like consoles.
Oh. That's fun. Oh no. That's not great. I don't need hammers. There we go.
Okay, so like, yeah, no, like, it sounds like the owner's just found out.
Yeah.
Bit his face off with that fucking in the Tootsie Pop commercials.
Yeah. Whoop. Oh wait, that's not where I meant to put that. Okay. Oops. Fuck's sake.
Yeah, no, that's kind of bullshit, though. That really is the stupidest thing possible.
Cloth.
I was like, oh fuck, it's 11 already?
Nope.
Nope.
Alright, well, folks, this has been fun, but I've got to call it here as far as a stream. Obviously, the next time I get back to this game, we'll be doing something different. Because I'm going to keep playing, but I've got therapy. So, catch you all next time. Bye bye.